I added 11 new teams voted by all of you to F1 22, put all the settings to automatic, and simulated 10 seasons. Can any of these new teams dominate the decade? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Chris, welcome back to CF Racing, and enjoy the video. Today's video is sponsored by Formula Neon, and I am pleased to work alongside the brand as an affiliate. If you guys like Formula 1, house, room, or setup decor, then you will love Neon Track. Designed, engineered, and for true motorsport fans, Neon Track is perfect for your space. And to accommodate for your space, the decor is offered in 3 different sizes, along with options for your desk and wall. Sector map designs light up each sector in 3 different colors, or you can go to the multicolor design where you can set a purple app like GoTV in the final practice of Hungary in 2022. With over 200 colors to explore and 22 tracks, Formula Neon is perfect for every motorsport fan. Use code CFRacing for 10% off the top ongoing discounts on the website. So for example, if it's 50% off, you get 60% off using my link in the description. Thank you Formula Neon for sponsoring today's video. Hey everybody, what's going on? Chris here, otherwise known as CF Racing, and today everybody we have a super fun video for all of you guys, and just like the intro title and thumbnail and everything like that states, there is 11 brand new teams, and all of these teams are created by a bunch of different and amazing modders on Race Department, so go check all of them out. All their links are going to be in the description. They're really awesome, and thanks to all of them for allowing me to use their mods and reskins in today's video. Want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Charles and ya boy Ashton for sending a super thanks in the most recent video. If you guys want a shout out just like they got, just send a super thanks in the comment section for this video to be in the next video. And last but not least, thank you all members on the channel. You guys are amazing. Guys, let's take a look at all 11 brand new liveries. The first reskin is Monster Mercedes, created by Race King, followed by Porsche Red Bull, created by Mark Felix. After that, we have Marlboro Ferrari, or Marlboro Ferrari, however you guys want to pronounce it, created by Max Muster. Next up, we have Vodafone McLaren, created by Jamie G18. Next up, we have the Black Alpine, created by iJellyway. We also have this Aston Martin Thank You Seb livery, or Danke Seb, for his final season in Formula 1. After that, we have Porsche Alpha Tauri, once again created by Mark Felix. Next up, we have Audi Alfa Romeo, also created by Mark Felix. Next up, we have BMW Williams, created by Nibbles Design. Penultimate team, we have the black and gold Haas, created by MK Raymer 0820. And last but not least, we have Lamborghini, created by Owner 51. In 2022, Max Verstappen wins his first World Drivers' Championship of the simulation, but second in his career, as he takes 6 wins, 264 points to finish P1. Charles Leclerc takes 5 wins, 257 points to finish P2. Carlos Sainz was consistent enough to score 0 wins, but take 215 points to finish P3. Sergio Perez takes 2 wins, 214 points to finish P4. George Russell takes 2 wins, 210 points to finish P5. And Antonio Giovinazzi, partnered alongside Nico Hülkenberg for Team Lamborghini, takes 1 win, 105 points to finish P6. Porsche win their first ever Constructors' Championship, followed by Ferrari P2, Monster Mercedes P3, Lamborghini P4, Vodafone McLaren P5, the Black Alpine P6, Alpha Tauri Porsche P7, Haas P8, BMW Williams P9, Audi P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, fitting enough, Sebastian Vettel retires from Formula 1, and so does Valtteri Bottas. Kevin Magnussen goes to Audi, Robert Schwartzman goes to Audi, Zhou Guanyu goes to Aston Martin, and Oscar Piastri goes to Haas. And heading into 2023, there is a regulation change to the power departments. In 2023, Max Verstappen wins his second consecutive World Drivers' Championship of the simulation as he takes 6 wins, 277 points to finish P1. Charles Leclerc takes 2 wins, 263 points to finish P2. Nico Hülkenberg, great to see him actually getting podiums. He takes 5 wins, 216 points to finish P3. Carlos Sainz takes 2 wins, 178 points to finish P4. Sergio Perez takes 0 wins, 143 points to finish P5. And George Russell takes 1 win, 123 points to finish P6. Ferrari win their first Constructors title since 2008, followed by Porsche, Red Bull in P2. Lamborghini goes up to P3. Monster Mercedes drops down to P4, Alpine goes up to P5, followed by Vodafone McLaren in P6, BMW Williams in P7, Porsche Alpha Tauri in P8, Audi P9, Haas P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Daniel Ricciardo decides to retire from Formula 1. That moves Pierre Gasly to Vodafone, Esteban Ocon to Porsche Alpha Tauri, Alexander Albon to Alpine, Kevin Magnussen to BMW, Dan Ticktum goes to Audi, Fernando Alonso goes to Lamborghini, and Jehan Daruvala goes to Alpine. And heading into 2024, there is no regulation change. In 2024, something crazy happened as Fernando Alonso finally won his third World Drivers' Championship as he takes 14 wins on the year, 393 points to win P1 for Team Lamborghini, followed by Charles Leclerc, who takes 2 wins, 220 points, and finishes P2. Lamborghini win their first ever World Constructors title, followed by Ferrari P2, Vodafone McLaren P3, Porsche AlphaTauri P4, Monster Energy P5, Alpine P6, Porsche AlphaTauri P7, Haas P8, Williams P9, Aston Martin P10, and Audi drop to dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lewis Hamilton retires from Formula 1. That moves Sergio Perez to Monster Energy, Liam Lawson to Porsche Red Bull, Jehan Daruvala to Audi, Robert Schwartzman to Alpine, Yuri Vips to Haas, and Carlos Sainz ends up as a free agent. And heading into 2025, there is a major regulation change to the aero, chassis, and durability departments. In 2025, Max Verstappen wins his third World Drivers' Championship of the simulation as he takes 10 wins on the year, 365 points to finish P1. Charles Leclerc takes 6 wins, 296 points to finish P2. Porsche, Red Bull win their second Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Ferrari at P2, Monster Energy at P3, Vodafone McLaren at P4, Haas move up greatly up to P5, Black Alpine finish in P6, Porsche AlphaTauri finish P7, BMW Williams finish P8, Lamborghini had a massive championship hangover and finished P9, Audi finished P10, and Aston Martin finishes in dead last. In the driver transfer market, mid-season, Carlos Sainz went to Porsche Red Bull, and during the mid-season, that Porsche Red Bull dropped Liam Lawson and put him into free agency. At the end of the year, Oscar Piastri goes to Lamborghini, Sergio Perez goes to Ferrari, Robert Schwartzman goes to Monster, Yuri Vips goes to Alpine, Nicholas Latifi goes to Haas, Dan Ticktum goes to BMW, Liam Lawson goes to Audi, Yuki Tsunoda goes to Audi, Jehan Daruvala goes to Porsche AlphaTauri, and Fernando Alonso ends up as a free agent. And heading in to 2026, there is no regulation change. In 2026, Charles Leclerc wins his first ever World Drivers' Championship as he takes 4 wins on the year, 280 points to finish P1. Max Verstappen takes 4 wins, 265 points to finish P2. Lando Norris takes 5 wins, 247 points to finish P3. Pierre Gasly takes 2 wins, 212 points to finish P4. Carlos Sainz takes 0 wins, 134 points to finish P5. And Oscar Piastri takes 1 win, 121 points to finish P6. Vodafone McLaren win their first Constructors title since, I don't even know, probably the 90s. Red Bull Porsche finished P2. Ferrari, even though they had the World Drivers' Championship, they finished P3. Lamborghini finished P4, Alpine P5, Monster P6, Audi P7, Porsche AlphaTauri finished P8, Haas finished P9, Williams finished P10, and Aston Martin finishes in dead last. In the driver transfer market, mid-season, Fernando Alonso went to Monster Energy, and Monster Energy dropped Robert Schwartzman. Sergio Perez retires from Formula 1 at the end of the year, and that moves Dan Ticktum to Monster Mercedes, Zhou Guanyu to BMW Williams, Felipe Drugovich to Aston Martin, Richard Verschoor to Porsche AlphaTauri, Fernando Alonso to Ferrari, and that moves Jehan Daruvala to free agency. And heading in to 2027, there is a regulation change to the power departments. In 2027, Lando Norris wins his first ever World Drivers' Championship as he takes 7 wins on the year, 272 points to finish P1. Max Verstappen takes 2 wins, 214 points to finish P2. Oscar Piastri takes 3 wins, 213 points to finish P3. Charles Leclerc takes 1 win, 185 points to finish P4. George Russell takes 1 win, 162 points to finish P5. And Carlos Sainz takes 1 win, 148 points to finish P6. Vodafone McLaren win their second consecutive Constructors title, followed by Porsche, Red Bull in P2, Ferrari P3, Lamborghini P4, Monster Mercedes P5, Alpine P6, Porsche, Alfa Tauri P7, Audi P8, Haas P9, Aston Martin P10, and BMW Williams in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Lance Stroll retires from Formula 1. That moves Robert Schwartzman to Aston Martin. Nicholas Latifi goes to Lamborghini. Richard Verschoor goes to Audi. Jehan Daruvala goes to Porsche Alpha Tauri. Liam Lawson goes to Aston Martin. Oscar Piastri goes to Haas. Zhou Guanyu goes to Monster Mercedes. Felipe Drugovich goes to BMW. And Dan Ticktum heads to free agency. And heading in to 2028, there is a regulation change to the aero and chassis departments. In 2028, Charles Leclerc wins his second World Drivers' Championship of the simulation as he takes 4 wins, 267 points to finish P1. Lando Norris takes 4 wins, 235 points to finish P2. Max Verstappen takes 6 wins, 234 points to finish P3. Pierre Gasly takes 1 win, 188 points to finish P4. And Fernando Alonso takes 1 win, 175 points to finish P5. Ferrari win their second Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Vodafone McLaren P2, Porsche, Red Bull P3. Haas had a crazy season as they move up to P4. Monster Mercedes finish P5, Lamborghini P6, Alpine P7, Audi P8, Porsche Alpha Tauri P9, BMW Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Alexander Albon retires from Formula 1, Christian Lundgaard goes to Audi, Théo Pourchaire goes to Porsche Alpha Tauri, and Jehan Daruvala goes to Alpine. And heading into 2029, there is no regulation change. In 2029, Charles Leclerc wins his third World Drivers' Championship as he takes 5 wins on the year, 276 points to finish P1. Max Verstappen takes 6 wins, 270 points to finish P2. Fernando Alonso takes 3 wins, 219 points to finish P3. And Lando Norris takes 2 wins, 210 points to finish P4. Ferrari win their third Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Porsche, Red Bull P2, Haas P3, go on Haas, Vodafone McLaren P4, Monster Mercedes P5, Lamborghini P6, Alpine P7, Porsche Alpha Tauri P8, Audi P9, BMW Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Robert Schwartzman goes to Porsche Alpha Tauri, Théo Pourchaire goes to Aston Martin, and heading into 2030, there is a major regulation change to the aero, chassis, and power departments. In 2030, Monster Mercedes finally goes on top, with George Russell taking 6 wins on the year, 269 points, nice to finish P1. Charles Leclerc takes 4 wins, 260 points to finish P2. Zhou Guanyu takes 2 wins, 213 points to finish P3. And Max Verstappen takes 4 wins, 212 points to finish P4. Monster Mercedes wins their first Constructors title, followed by Ferrari P2, Lamborghini P3, Porsche Red Bull P4, Haas P5, Vodafone McLaren P6, the Black Alpine P7, Porsche Alpha Tauri P8, Audi P9, BMW Williams P10, and Aston Martin in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Mick Schumacher goes to Lamborghini, Nicholas Latifi, the GOAT, goes to BMW Williams, and Kevin Magnussen goes back to Haas. And heading into the final season of 2031, there is no regulation change. In 2031, nothing really has changed that much, with George Russell taking 12 wins on the year, 365 points to finish P1, and Zhou Guanyu taking 4 wins, 213 points to finish P2. Monster Mercedes wins their second consecutive Constructors title of the simulation, followed by Ferrari P2, Porsche Red Bull P3, Lamborghini P4, Vodafone McLaren P5, Haas P6, Audi P7, Alpine P8, Porsche Alpha Tauri P9, Aston Martin P10, and BMW Williams in dead last. Now guys, it is time to take a look at the final stats for all 10 years. And at the end of all 10 years, here's what the final stats look like. Charles Leclerc won the most World Drivers' Championships with 3, tied with Max Verstappen, who also had 3. George Russell had 2, Lando Norris had 1, and finally Fernando Alonso wins his 3rd title as he took 1 World Drivers' Championship. In terms of wins, Max Verstappen had 44, Charles Leclerc had 33, George Russell had 22, Fernando Alonso had 18, Zhou Guanyu with 6, Nico Hülkenberg, the legend, with 5, Oscar Piastri with 4, Sainz with 3, Gasly with 3, Perez with 2, and Antonio Giovinazzi with 1. And last but not least, with World Constructors Championships, Ferrari had 3, Porsche Red Bull Racing had 2, Monster Mercedes had 2, Vodafone McLaren had 2, and Lamborghini had 1. So overall, quite a diverse simulation. It wasn't just one driver and one team that really dominated all 10 years, which is great to see. If you guys did enjoy this simulation, you want to see more random 11-team simulations like this, let me know in the comments section down below. And with that being said, everybody, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.